Hey everybody, hey, so check it out. If you saw my last fishing lure video where I got a bunch of missile baits for pretty cheap. I also picked up some other lures, some more missile baits at Academy, some more Sweet Reaction swim baits. And then yesterday I went to Cabela's and I got some of these Bass Assassin flukes. These 4 packs of 7-inch flukes for 99 cents a piece. So with that, you can see I got all my plastics here, and I'm going to show you how I organize my plastics, and I organize them by type. So without further ado, my favorite thing to use for organizing plastics is the Plano 3700 series, the deep boxes. You can see here I got one of the thinner ones. This is a Cabela's one, but it's a 3700. I don't like it as much because I tried taking out the plastics and storing them separately like that. I don't know if you can tell, but it kind of warps the plastic a little bit, especially if you're working with baits like Senkos or worms that can be pretty soft. Then you run into the fact that the plastic softeners that are used in the baits, they will soften the plastic in your Plano boxes or your plastic storage boxes as well. So what I like to use is I like to use these big 3700s like so, and you can keep them in the bags. You don't have to take them out of the bags. Like I said, I tried taking them out of the bags and it was just confusing. I didn't know what brand they were. I mean, obviously I knew what kind of bait it was. You can tell the difference between a worm and a craw or a creature bait. And you can obviously tell the color, but sometimes I want to know what brand it is, because if I'm out fishing and I hit on something and I go, wow, that's a really great bait. Unfortunately, if I take it out of the bag and I just put it in a big blob and I don't know who the manufacturer is, it's kind of hard for me to chase it down again. Unless, of course, you're like some companies like Berkeley and Reaction Innovations, and I think Grand Bass is another one that has it molded in tiny letters. So you can see here I got a small box for my tiny panfish and plastics. I keep one box separate for bait fish baits. That's including my flukes and my paddle tails. I have another one for Senkos and worms. And then I also have my creatures and my craws, lizards, frogs. I put them in that as well. Well, I got a lot more creature baits now, so I'm going to make another one. This box here, I've got nothing but Senkos in it. This box here I'm using for a specific upcoming video series I want to make, where I compare and contrast the different types of stick baits that are out there on the market. By the way, I ordered these BioSpawns the other day directly from BioSpawn. I didn't know that you could also get them from Tackle Warehouse for cheaper because they combine the shipping. But BioSpawn, I just want you to know the worm oil goes in the bag with the worms, okay? So my favorite thing to label them, in case you haven't figured it out, is just regular 2-inch white masking tape and a Sharpie. And there you go. Here I got my bait fish, I got my flukes, my paddle tails, my tiny soft minnows, stuff like that. I really like using paddle tails with a jig head and using them on like a swim jig head or an underspinner like a Roadrunner. So these new Bass Assassins, they're going in here. And I got this Trixie Shark in California 420 color. They're going in here as well. Now, if the bag gets damaged or you lose it, you can always put them in Ziplocs like this. Sometimes in some of my bags, I have some of them pre-rigged, as you can see, with the jig heads. So that way, if I'm in the kayak, I just take them out and I can go ahead and I can just tie them on. They're already rigged. I bought another 3700 box because I have all these creature baits now, in addition to what I already have in this smaller Cabela's 3700 size. I don't even bother with the dividers. Take this off. And the great thing is you can stack these up with the labels up top. You can put like 2 or 3 in each one of these little dividers. You can get at least 16 bags of these bigger baits in each one of these. And while it may not be the most space conscious option, it does afford you better organization. We got the classic Zoom brush hog here. That's going in. That's a lizard bait essentially, in my opinion. Ribbit frogs. I'm going to go ahead and take one of these out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and put Christy Critter Juniors in here as well. Go ahead and put these in here too. And you can see what I'm talking about on the bags. Here's a Reaction Innovation Sweet Beaver. I don't know the color. It's there. Some kind of green pumpkin, but I got loaded with some scent and some flavor too. And there you go. That's how I organize them. So I got a smaller box for my craws and creatures. I got another craw and creature bait box. You can Texas rig those, you can flip those. My soft jerk baits, my paddle tails, flukes, stick baits, Senkos, worms. I haven't even used any of these lures yet. We're going to use them in those upcoming videos. And then finally, I have a little 3600 size box, also from Cabela's. I use this one just for my panfish plastics. So like your small lunker hunt worms, tiny ice fishing lures, stuff like that. Crappie baits is another one that I put in here. Anyways, that's all I got for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.